So welcome back, everybody. In a previous episode, we built this roller stand right here to handle heavy duty tanks that I convert into cookers, fire pits, fire rings, all kinds of stuff that I make on the side. We've been doing a lot of building for ourselves here lately. I built this out of scrap steel, and I told y'all I wanted to make the wheels adjustable. This works really well for cutting my big tanks, but whenever I need to cut in this section right here, it's not gonna work because there's just no support here. I've played around with building all kinds of contraptions that'll slide the wheels in and out, but at the end of the day, I need to keep this relatively affordable, no more than I use this. So for about 30 bucks, I picked up some stuff. We're gonna cut these wheels off of this right here, bolt some new stuff to it, and then I'm gonna make these wheels to where they can move in and out this direction or this direction to handle any length or any diameter pipe. I'm talking from small stuff up to these gigantic, almost 2,000-pound tanks that I spin around and have to cut and modify. All right, so y'all know that I always try to share a little bit of knowledge on every video, or at least where I can put it in. A lot of you own miter saws that, well, do this motion right here, but a lot of people don't know about a feature up in the miter saw, which is this depth adjustment right here. So there is a tab that we can fold down on this particular saw. I can undo this thumb screw, and this is a jam nut wherever I get it to the depth where I want. And you can see the blade bottoms out. It doesn't go all the way through, and I can keep adjusting that screw and bringing the blade up or all the way down. So I just made marks on this post, and I want to cut down 1.5 inches because that's the thickness of my 2x6s right here. They're 1.5 inches thick. And I want to make a bunch of cuts across and then knock all the cuts out, clean it up, and I'm going to do the same thing over here because we're going to lay this piece down into the wood so everything is nice and flat across the top. That'll give me freedom to move wheels up all the way down anywhere and not have something screwed to the top in my way because I want to keep everything nice and flush. I'm going to keep making this adjustment on this knob until the blade is down 1.5 inches into this wood, and then you'll see all the cuts I'm about to make. All right, so I know what you're thinking, wood. Yeah, I get it. I could easily go out and spend several $100s, especially if I buy like 4x4 steel tubing. I have to buy it in a 20-foot stick, and that's several $100s for one piece of steel, and all the other stuff, I just can't justify it right now. No more use than this is gonna get. But because I have wood, I can put the wheels anywhere relatively quick and easy by just moving some lag bolts. And the one thing I like about this small middle section, sometimes I'll have very small tanks and that I'll need to rotate, and when I mount out here on the 4x4s, that's too far apart. The tank would just fall through. And the cool thing about these swivel wheels is, if I put them both in that location, spin them toward each other, I can put a small, probably 2-inch pipe right there if I had to. Not that I'll really need to do that. Or you could even put a bigger cylinder up here. But if you want to do something a little larger, spin them out away from each other. See how much they open up now? Now I could easily put, say, a small 120-gallon tank this size. 2x6s will easily hold something the weight of an empty 120-gallon tank, and I have quite a few of those, so now we can move to the middle to rotate and cut. The other thing I like about these being so close together, like this right here, now I can cut down to something this small right here. So if I need to cut something in between to make some smaller size rings, for example. All right, y'all, as you can see, we've got some new tools in the shop, and they are amazing. Some of my first times using them. So after we do a little more use and building with them, I get to learn them. We'll put a full review out on our review channel. Link is down in the description if you want to check that out, because I know a lot of you are interested in all the tools and stuff that we use here on the property. All right, I am beat, sweaty, and calling it a day. We've got quite a few things created. So the little roller stand worked out awesome. I'm able to put the wheels in close like you've seen and make smaller, thin cuts. I can put them anywhere, wide, in, out. You know, for a few bucks and a little bit of my time, I think this is gonna hold up plenty long enough. If I was doing daily shop work and was planning on using this for years and just doing tons of work, I'd spend a few $100s and weld it in material and go buy all the steel. This is gonna serve me great. So we've got a really big fire ring here. I mean, again, I always say this stuff's lifetime. It is 3/8 inch thick fire ring that somebody's been waiting on for a while. Got some handles on it. This little thin ring down here that's been ground smooth, no sharp edges. It's actually gonna be going to make a unique cooker for somebody. I've got a couple of really big fire pits. Had a long waiting list for these. Again, 3/8 inch thick. So what I'm gonna do, we've been in a drought for probably a month. We've only got one rain that happened last night and I'm expecting everything to dry back up. Typically I burn the paint off of these because I don't own a sandblaster right now and I really do need one. But I am not burning the paint off of these right now until this fire risk and, you know, no burn stuff goes away on me. But a good couple of days of work. Got my roller stand built and several projects knocked out. We'll get the paint off of them later. All right, that was another fun day in the shop. I've got a lot more creativity and things I want to build coming up here in the future. Appreciate y'all watching. Thank you so much for supporting the channel. We'll catch you on the next one.